evening and welcome. You're watching Trending Tonight with me, Sanket Upadhyay. The Prime Minister's security breach has become a matter which is intensely political. Even now, a slugfest between the Congress and the BJP. The BJP conducting a Mahamrityunjay Jap, a Yagya, praying for the long life of the Prime Minister. In the meanwhile, the Congress saying that this is nothing but BJP theatre at play. There was no security breach. This matter is now in the Supreme Court. It will be heard tomorrow. This matter is a subject matter of investigation where the Punjab government has formed an SIT, will submit a report in 3 days. But while all of this is happening, in fact, farmers have also spoken, as you will see in this presentation that will play out in just a short moment, on what they say, what time did they come there, did they come there after the route was allotted for the Prime Minister, or were they present over there before? While all of this is happening, the most important and basic question, even now, remains unanswered. And that question is, the PM's security breach, who is responsible? That responsibility has not been fixed as of this moment. So we'll try to get a reply from some experts on this show and also speak to the politicians on the panel on whether each political party is trying to use this as an opportunity. This moment, which should ideally be a great moment of introspection, is serving as a great Aapada Mein Avsar for all political parties, both Congress and the BJP. But first, let's take a look at the events of today.
The BJP holding yagnas for Prime Minister Modi's health and long life in multiple cities. The Chief Ministers of Madhya Pradesh and Tripura leading the prayers in their states. A day after the Prime Minister's convoy was stuck on a highway in Punjab for 20 minutes. Even the President stepped in. Prime Minister Modi met with the President and gave him a first-hand account of the security breach. Prime Minister Modi was on his way to Firozpur in Punjab for an election rally when his route was blocked by protesting farmers yesterday. But the big question still remains unanswered. Just who is responsible for the security lapse? The centre has now made a point-by-point rebuttal of the Channi government's claims. On the claim that Punjab government and police were not informed of road journey, Government of India sources say that the SPG discussed contingency plan for road journey from Bhatinda to Firozpur with Punjab administration and the police on the 1st and the 2nd of January, and that the contingency rehearsal for road journey was done on the 4th of January. On the claim that there was a sudden change in Prime Minister's plans and that the Punjab police were unaware, the Government of India sources say that the SPG discussed change with the DGP of Punjab and that the road trip was planned after Punjab DGP's go-ahead. The central government sources also say that the SSP Bhatinda piloted the motorcade from Bhatinda to Firozpur district border. On the state government's claim that Punjab police wasn't aware of security threats to the Prime Minister, the Government of India sources say that the internal documents from Punjab police show multiple communications on the claim that it is SPG's duty alone to secure the Prime Minister. The central government sources say that the SPG Blue Book Chapter 1 Rule 1 says that the overall responsibility is with the state. Proximate security is the SPG's job, and that the state police's job is to make all protective arrangements and implementation is DGP's job. And finally, on the claim that the Punjab government and police did proper job in terms of security, the Government of India sources say that the police control room failed to inform motorcade pilot about the so-called protesters. Sources also say that had the information been given in time, Prime Minister getting stuck on the flyover could have been averted. They go on to say that because of this, Prime Minister's car was very close to the so-called protesters. A video has now also emerged of a farmer leader who clearly did not believe the Prime Minister's convoy would pass that way, despite police announcements.
ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਵੀਰ ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਵੀ ਯਾਰ ਸਾਡੀ ਨੌਕਰੀ ਖਤਰੇ 'ਚ ਮੋਦੀ ਨੇ ਲੰਘਣਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸੱਚੀ ਲੱਗਾ ਵੀ ਯਾਰ ਜੇ ਮੋਦੀ ਨੇ ਲੰਘਣਾ ਵਾ ਤੇ ਇਹਦਾ ਵੀਰ ਹੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਦਈਏ ਪਰ ਬਾਅਦ 'ਚ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਾ ਵੀ ਮੋਦੀ ਨੇ ਲੰਘਣਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਗਾਂ ਸੈਣੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਫਿਰਦਾ ਭਰਾ ਵੀਰ ਜੀ ਬੜੇ ਸਨਮਾਨਯੋਗ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਗਾਂ ਸੈਣੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਫਿਰਦਾ ਵਾ ਪੱਤਰਕਾਰ ਦੱਸੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ
This is the exact stretch where the Prime Minister's convoy was stopped. तो अब आप लोगों को पंजाब पुलिस की तरफ से कोई नोटिस या किसी इंक्वायरी या किसी के लिए बुलाया गया है, खास करके आपको, क्योंकि आप ही की एक वीडियो वायरल हो रही है जिसमें फिरोजपुर के एसएसपी आपको पहले सूचना देते हैं कि प्रधानमंत्री जाने वाले हैं, लेकिन शायद आप वो बात सच नहीं मानते हैं।
देखिए अभी तक तो कोई नोटिस नहीं आया, पर प्रशासन की तरफ से जो भी नोटिस आएगा, जो भी इंक्वायरी होगी, हम उसका सहयोग करेंगे। जो भी कुछ है ऑन रिकॉर्ड है, कोई इसमें साजिश तो है नहीं है, जो है सब कुछ सामने है। जब प्रशासन बुलाएगा तो उनकी इंक्वायरी में सहयोग करेंगे।
Meanwhile, the political slugfest continues.
बादला ਨੂੰ ਵੋਟ ਪਾ ਦਿਓ, ਕੈਪਟਨ ਨੂੰ ਵੋਟ ਪਾ ਦਿਓ, ਮੋਦੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੋਟ ਪਾ ਦਿਓ, ਪਹੁੰਚਣੀ ਇੱਕੋ ਥਾਂ, ਇੱਕੋ ਥਾਂ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਬਰਬਾਦ ਕਰਨਾ ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਾ ਦਿਓ। ਉਹ ਤੇ ਕੱਲ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਹੀ ਗਿਆ ਜਦੋਂ 500 ਬੰਦਾ 70,000 ਕੁਰਸੀ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਬੈਠਾ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ 20,000 ਬੰਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਿੱਲਿਆ।
The Punjab government has ordered a high-level probe by a retired judge and bureaucrat which will submit a report in 3 days. The focus is now on the Supreme Court, which will hear a petition on the security breach tomorrow. With Mohammad Ghazali in Firozpur, Bureau Report, NDTV.
All right, so where does the responsibility lie? Let's put that to a debate. Satyapal Jain, Additional Solicitor General of India, is with us, member of the BJP. Mr. Shashikant, former DGP of Punjab. Sanjay Hegde, Senior Advocate of the Supreme Court. Aishwarya Mahadev, spokesperson of the Congress Party. And Mr. Jagtar Singh, Senior Journalist, former Punjab Bureau Chief of the Indian Express. Thank you very much to all of you all. We'll begin with you, Mr. Shashikant, first. As an officer of law, as someone whose job it was to deal with the SPG, with the police, where do you think does the fault lie over here?
Look, as far as this fault is concerned, I think we should wait for the committee reports, committees which have been constituted by the government of India as also by the Punjab government. But the fact remains that's the biggest security breach possible because the Prime Minister's security is equivalent to the security of the nation, and the Prime Minister's route was there's always an elaborate exercise in which the SPG, Intelligence Bureau and State Police, they all coordinate and they decided about the route. And let me make it very clear that whenever the PM comes, there are a number of contingency routes are also planned out. They are made, it's ensured that they are secure along the routes, not only on the route, but even about 5,500 meters beyond, the entire area is sanitized. And to my horror, I failed to understand how this came out. How did the protesters came to know that the PM was taking that particular route, because it's supposed to be a top secret exercise, and this thing is not leaked out at all. And more so because the Pakistan border is not very far off from there. Literally, the Prime Minister of India was sitting duck there. Anything could have happened, any drone, any sniper, anything. So in my view, yeah, it's a serious lapse, and we should wait for the report before jumping the gun and trying to hold somebody responsible for that.
Okay. Aishwarya Mahadev, while the Congress Party says that ultimately the responsibility is of the SPG, and it's not like the Prime Minister came under attack. He was in fact far away from the protesters. There are a lot of questions as to how they were there and also the timing. If these protesters came after the Prime Minister's route was already laid and cleared by the DGP, then this is a very serious matter, right? How come the protesters knew about this or had prior information to block the road? And if the protesters were there even before this route had been laid out, then the question is, why did the DGP give a go-ahead that the Prime Minister take this road?
Good evening, Sanket. I think first and foremost, in terms of the security breach, that the government in Punjab has not only asked for an inquiry where you'll see results in 3 days, where we can apportion blame whether it's the SPG or whether it was the state police where security was lax. And I think we'll get and receive answers for that The Congress party, however, is extremely disturbed by the sort of discourse that we're seeing in response to what happened yesterday. You know, first and foremost, we have to clarify that Prime Minister Modi is not only the Prime Minister for one political party, but for everybody in this nation. And as the Congress party, having seen our Prime Ministers also being assassinated, we believe his security is of utmost importance. But the fact remains here that this entire narrative of how there was so much of a threat, the life of the Prime Minister was in danger, especially when you saw no sloganeering, the barricading far away and the people being even further away, and the government offering alternative routes and the Prime Minister choosing not to take any of it and head back to the airport. I think that is also something that we seek questions for, because Sanket, you do realize we've just come off the farmers' protest, having left the
Aishwarya Mahadev, while you say that alternative routes were offered, the point that the government makes right now, the government of India sources have told NDTV, that the point that they're making is that had we had prior information, prior information that this route is busy and farmers are protesting, the SPG would not have taken this route. They would have chosen another route. The government says that they got a go-ahead from the DGP that this route is okay. You can take this road route. And then this protest happened. And as a last-minute opinion, this offer was made at the very last minute that we can airlift you, we can take a different route. And that by then it was too late, according to the government. How would you respond?
Sanket, first and foremost, the Prime Minister was supposed to travel by chopper and then decided to undertake a 111-kilometer sort of stretch of journey to go to Hussainwala and also to the rally after that. And in that circumstance, you obviously see massive deployment on the roads. Whether it was the DGP, whether it was the SPG's lacks in this, we will obviously see, and blame will be apportioned. But the fact of the matter remains that we believe prima facie that the life of the Prime Minister was not in danger, and the sort of dialogue coming out is extremely dangerous, that the Prime Minister feels unsafe in his own country. It's not like any slogan.
Sure, Satyapal Jain. Mr. Jain, how would you respond? The Prime Minister's life was not in danger. In fact, much is being made out than what it really was, says the Congress.
I think this shows the careless attitude of the Congress party and its government in Punjab towards the security of the Prime Minister. That the Prime Minister was not in danger, his life was not in danger in the country. See, if we accept that argument, then all Chief Ministers, President, Vice President, judges and all that, then they should all be, according to the Congress people, they are not in danger, so therefore there should be no security. It's very, very shocking statement coming from the spokesperson of the Congress side. See, the Prime Minister, as she rightly said, is the Prime Minister of India. This nation has already lost one Prime Minister assassinated by her own security guards, one Chief Minister of Punjab who was assassinated, brutally murdered by a person in the police uniform. Therefore, to say that in this region there was no threat to the life of the Prime Minister, I say just only depicts a casual attitude towards this security. Secondly, the DGP, you forget everything else. Everything else you forget. When the Prime Minister took a decision to go by road, it was the DGP Punjab who gave the clearance. And you rightly put out in the very beginning, if the roads were clear and DGP gave the permission clearance after that, how did people came, who informed them that the Prime Minister is passing through this route? True. And if the blockade was already there, why did the DGP give a wrong information, knowing it very well that there was still some tension in Punjab, people were protesting on the roads?
I think this could be a subject matter of investigation. We have learned from the farmers that they were there. In fact, they wanted to go to Fatehpur, the district collectorate office, and burn an effigy. But they were stopped by the police that you can't go there. There is a Prime Minister's function. And that's why they were sitting on a dharna on the road. Now, Mr. Jagtar Singh, see, the BJP has also released certain documents. They say these are internal memos. And these internal memos are of the Punjab government, where the ADG Law and Order on 3 occasions is telling the state administration, the state police department, you have to take care, you have to see what the weather report is. There could be a possibility of a parallel route. Make the necessary arrangements, make sure the deployment is there, road route must be cleared. So, do you feel that you know, the BJP makes a point that for the Punjab government to say we did not know is not true, because these internal memos are their own organization trying to gear up for a situation where a road route has to be taken.
First, I won't like to join issues with my political friends in this show. I have no reason to disbelieve the Prime Minister, and I have no reason to disbelieve the farmers equally. Both are citizens of this country. I fail to understand how the Prime Minister felt threatened by the people who hadn't stopped about 500 meters away. It's a very simple issue. Number two, I think he felt threatened more by the abattoirs 14 kilometers away. The farmers staging protest, they were not staging protests, they were stopped there by the police from moving forward, and they made no effort to move forward from that very point. The police offering alternate route or whatever it is, those are part of the probe. Let them find out what actually happened. Number two, the pandal was empty throughout. My friends, journalists covering the spot event, they have provided every detail of the situation over there. I fail to understand how the party that was claiming to form the next government in Punjab failed to mobilize even 5,000 people. Everything is on the record. Videos tell the true story as to what happened. I believe the threat was more political than physical. People who had been stopped 500 meters away can't pose a physical threat. Number two, these are the people who had staged the most peaceful agitation at the gates of Delhi for more than a year. I can't believe that they can be violent in Punjab. So these are the basic issues.
Okay. So you're saying that the threat was more political than physical?
Yeah, it was.
That's an interesting way to put it. PK Mishra is also with us. Mr. Mishra, thank you very much for joining us. You've served three Prime Ministers for the Special Protection Group, or the SPG. Yep. Mr. Mishra, I want to ask you this whole thing about, the SPG also sharing a portion of the blame. I want to know from you, in a situation like this, what happens? I'm sure this is the first time that there could be some lapse of coordination. Do you think that at best this is a case of interagency lack of coordination more than anything else? Forget politics.
Yes, I will not touch on political issue. I can well tell that the SPG can only take Prime Minister on any particular route, whether it is alternate route or pre-planned route, only after getting a clearance from State Police Authority, that is from DG Police itself. The security of the Prime Minister in a state lies with the DG Police. In this particular case, when an impromptu move was happened from Bhatinda Airport by this particular route to Hosaniwala, there was a roadblock, which of course the pilot or the warning car might have seen from a distance, but because of the speed of the car kit, it went closer, definitely. But I can well tell you, after driving such a distance from Bhatinda Airport and after getting the police clearance, it was very well known to the police that a PM is coming on that road, and in fact, as per the protocol, the DM and SP of the district should have been on the road for clearing the traffic well in advance, even in such one impromptu visit. And the distance was too much when PM travelled up to that highway flyover. So enough time was there for police to activate itself and to clear any obstacle from the route. SPG is a close protection team, CPT, close protection team, having about 7 to 10 personnel around the inner cordon of the Prime Minister. They will be of only use from a particular situation to avoid the situation instead of confronting it.
Yes.
And to take away the PM or the VVIP to a safe house or in a safe route back to another destination. That is what SPG can do. But SPG certainly they don't have the firepower to carry on with any demonstrations or any militants, whoever will be there being an obstacle to the Prime Minister. As such, it remains the task of state police force only as per the SOP, as per the protocol. In this case, the Kisans were on the road. Definitely they were there. Trolleys were brought to the road. I agree. The SPG came very close to that when on the top the warning car might have seen, because the speed of carcade is about 150 to 180 kilometers. They might have gone another 100 meters or so for stopping the carcade. And in such a case, I can well tell you, the security lapse was 100% because anything could have happened on the flyover, like it happened with 2 prime ministers we lost. But one thing SPG could have done, they could have reversed the carcade and they could have escaped from that immediately.
Instead of waiting 20 minutes, they could have done it immediately.
For 15 minutes or 20 minutes on that particular flyover. Here
okay, now that is a very, very important. That is a very, very important point Mr. P.K. Mishra is making.
Yeah. I am very clear, but
okay, Sanjay Hegde.
Clearance of the Prime Minister, he is going as a Prime Minister of the country. The clearance of the road is a must, and force could have been used to clear the road. That was the duty of the police, which they did not do, and they failed.
Sanjay Hegde, I want to ask you, this matter now reaches the Supreme Court. How urgent do you think it is to know who is responsible? From what Mr. Mishra is saying, it seems that the ultimate responsibility of ensuring that the road is clear in a particular district lies with the police as well as the district magistrate, the DM and the SP. Do you think that's where the blame lies?
Well, blame does not lie exclusively on one person. There appears to be a lack of communication. There could be a combination of factors. As Mr. Mishra pointed out, why did the carcade not take a U-turn? That was a decision which was which was with the Prime Minister's security staff around. The other question is, if you know that farmers were there, why was the SPG not told so? Why did you bring them on that route? Blame can be apportioned, but I do not think blame lies exclusively on any one organization. There seems to be a mix-up of roles. The question also is that it has come to the Supreme Court. I fail to understand what exactly the Supreme Court is supposed to do. The Supreme Court can't be an investigating agency. There is as yet no averment that people are trying to hush the matter up. On the contrary, everybody is coming out freely with their theories. I do not exactly figure out what role the Supreme Court is expected to do. Everything gets filed under 32 of the Constitution, but not everything which is of public interest is necessarily part of the public interest jurisdiction of the Supreme Court.
I think that's a very important point, that this is something which could have been done by the agencies and did not require the express authority or the time of the Supreme Court. Thank you very much to all of you all. Of course, this script is playing out politically also, where both Congress and the BJP are looking for an Aapada Mein Avsar in this matter, which is of security, which is a security concern and of great importance. It has become political. Is the BJP trying to use this for political gains in UP? And is the Congress trying to use this for political gains in Punjab? The debate continues. Good night and good night.